Hey everybody, I'm back for another week. This week I'm drinking some hoop tea. Never had this one anymore before, so we'll see how this one goes. It's definitely going to be better than those ciders I've been trying to get rid of. My Violent Gentleman cup here. Let's see how this goes. Oh, very good. Tastes just like iced tea. A little sweet. Very little carbonation. Hoop tea. Fits perfectly in the glass. I want to start today by saying happy birthing person's day. Just kidding. But for any of these you fools and dummies who want to change it to happy special person's day, happy birthing's day, we have a day for you. And it's April Fool's Day because you indeed are a fool. But happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, whatever I'm talking about. Happy Mother's Day. For everybody out there who is a mother, go tell your mother you love them. Go tell them Happy Mother's Day because without a mom, we wouldn't be here. Again, thank a straight person for being alive because the bottom line is without straight people, there'd be no procreation. That's just a matter of fact. I'm just calling it like it is. But happy Mother's Day to everybody. And everybody out there who is a mother, everybody has a mother. Make sure you take care of your mom. Make sure you take care of your wife if she is a mom. Hell, just take care of your wife anyway. It makes life a lot easier. Now we had Pandering Joe was out this week at Howard University. You know, Howard University, one of the biggest black colleges in the country. I think at last count it was about 90% black. He went there and gave the commencement ceremony speech, and he finished it by saying, white supremacy is the biggest threat to our nation. White supremacy. Not liberalism, not Joe Biden, but white supremacy. Now let's put this in a little factual context. Joe Biden is the politician, the modern day politician, more responsible for breaking up the nuclear family of black folk than any other politician. He has proudly authored 2 bills with noted KKK Robert Byrd, who was a great mentor to him. But yet, white supremacy, when are we going to stop listening to this? The Democrats continue to just hammer away at this just to let everybody know we need to be divided. How any white people would vote for Joe Biden is beyond me. He is your enemy. He is the enemy of white people and black people. But what are we doing? What are we doing? The man is a fool. And he's just, to be fair though, he doesn't know what he's reading. He's just reading it off a teleprompter, trying to just get through the speech and stumbling. That's all I'm saying. You know, we all know this. It's ridiculous. Then closer to home, we have Governor Hochul and Mayor Adams trying to figure out what they're going to do with the illegal immigrant problem. So they're right now scouring all the SUNY schools to see how much room they have in housing on these schools. Not to mention, the housing at these schools costs more than the tuition. Stony Brook alone out here on Long Island, the room and board is like $15,000. But we're going to let the illegal immigrants live there with our children. With our young children, ages say 18 to 22, 23, impressionable, vulnerable, male, female. We're going to let these illegal immigrants live there. Wonder how it's going to go for our children just trying to get an education to move on. Don't think it's the smartest idea, but I do have a great idea. Let's go down the list of voters and let's take all the Democrats out. And let's give all of the Democrats a family. Not a family, take 2 or 3. Take them into your house and you're responsible for clothing them, giving them money, feeding them, sheltering them. You're in charge. Your bleeding heart will certainly help them because you know what? Humans can't be illegal, so why don't you give them to the Democrats? Let's see how they change their tune when they got to live with a family of 8 in their house of undocumented. And I've said it before. Yes, human beings cannot be illegal. Illegal discusses immigrants. Illegal is the adjective. Immigrants is the noun. Illegal immigrants. It is a very, very factual term. That's all it is. There's nothing to it. There's no opinion to it. They're illegal immigrants. It's really quite simple. But the bleeding hearts, the liberalism, which is a mental disorder, don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. But let's send them there. Let's send them there. You know, we keep going down the path of division, to be honest with you. Jordan Neely. Let's go back to this Jordan Neely. I don't know if I touched on it. He was the Michael Jackson impersonator. All they did was show these Michael Jackson impersonations when they talked about how he was killed. Yes, he was killed. Yes, nobody deserves to be killed like that. But the man was a criminal also. Nobody wanted to talk about his arrests. So we see scenes in the subway, at stores where people are looting, people are beating people up, hurting each other, terrorizing, and everybody's just with their camera, their phone, trying to get a video to go viral. Nobody steps in. So 3 people stepped in, a white guy, a black guy, and a Hispanic guy. They corralled him after he was acting crazy, threatening people. And unfortunately, the white guy was the guy with the sleeper hold, put him to sleep, the guy never woke up. Again, didn't deserve it, but now everybody's coming out of the woodwork. His life mattered, Black Lives Matter. Why didn't his life matter before he died? Where were the people helping this guy? And his family are more disgusting than anybody. Wouldn't help him, but now they're looking to get famous and rich off this guy's death. When are people going to stop other people from being used as pawns in a political game? Now, I'm going to tell you why it matters. It matters because the guy, the Marine, was a white guy. The mentally unstable, homeless guy who was threatening people was black. So in Chicago, 2 teenagers steal a truck and doing some joyriding, crashes into another car, injures 3, and kills a 6-month-old. The 2 teenagers were teenagers of color. The person and people injured, people of color. Nobody cares about that. Why? Because it's black on black. Nobody cares. Did those lives matter? Not only did nobody care, those 2 teenagers aren't even charged with the death. They're charged for a misdemeanor. Down in Maryland, a homeless white man was sitting in the street. It's all on video of nobody jumping in, nobody helping him. Black guy comes over, loads his gun, and execute him. Not a peep from anybody. If you're white, your life doesn't matter. If you're black, you can kill a white guy. Nobody wants to hear it. It's a blip on the screen. The only reason this is perpetuated is to create division, hatred, and to further racism. Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman are 100% correct. You have to stop talking about it. It's not as prevalent as you think. A lot of it is not race, it's culture. The difference is in culture. It's just mind-blowing, but we need to get away from it. I can't deal with it anymore. It's making me crazy. Like I need that. And then here on Long Island, everything's going crazy. They're changing all of the names here that indigenous, chiefs, warriors, arrows, flames, whatever they want to call it. They're starting to change everything. Why? Because people are offended. I don't know the indigenous. The indigenous are offended. I'm not offended. Everybody's indigenous to somewhere. That's just the bottom truth. Can you find something else to be offended by than somebody using the name Warriors? I had a great idea. If your name is the Chiefs, why don't you just get rid of the Indian head logo and keep everything the Chiefs? Just put a dude in the fire hat. Warriors, go back to like those Scandinavians, the guys half naked with a spear in their hand walking around. They were warriors. Are warriors only conditioned to be indigenous? No, just change the picture, don't change the name. See how that floats. But this is nonsense. Once again, we're taken away when we really should be offended. If everything's offensive, nothing is offensive. It's just really, it's that it. It's really that simple. Why are we making things so complicated? I don't understand. But again, my wife tells me all the time, I'm not that bright. You could ask her. Anybody knows her, she'll verify. Now, more crazy stuff on Long Island. Black guy shoots a cop, goes to court and says he apologizes in court for shooting the cop, then pleads not guilty. What did he apologize for? Can somebody please explain to me the apology? Because I don't understand. Because in my life, I don't generally apologize for things I don't do unless I just don't want my wife to keep talking. Then I'll apologize for anything. That's just a different story. We call that a little white lie for sanity, and I'm down for that. If you're married, have a girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, it doesn't make a difference. Everybody knows where I'm coming from. More craziness in Long Island. Down in Suffolk County, there are new stop sign cameras. Stop sign cameras. So on a stop sign, you don't stop. It flashes. As you go by, you get an $80 ticket. Some dude was being interviewed. He said, this is unfair. The policy is unfair. If I knew those cameras were there, we were getting tickets, I would have stopped. What? The camera's making you stop? Not the stop sign? It's unfair because if he knew there was a camera, he would have stopped? The stop sign wasn't enough? I say you fine this guy double the amount just for a stupidity tax. Can you imagine that? Well, I would have stopped if I knew there was a camera. The stop sign alone isn't enough. I mean, if there was a police officer in the corner where you stopped, I don't know. They're ridiculous. Unfair. It's not unfair. Not unfair. And just to be clear, last week I discussed the trans woman went out with a man and wound up getting beat up. I am not for women getting hit. I am not saying that a woman deserves to be hit under any circumstance. I would not say it, and I am not saying it. What I am saying is the transgender woman with the penis, who is a man playing dress up, falsely led another man to think that he was a woman. You shouldn't find out about the penis during the reach around. That'll get your ass whooped. Word of advice. Don't leave it for a surprise, because the surprise may be on you. So once again, I condemn hitting women under any circumstance. The dude got hit because he had a penis and he lied about it. That's the bottom line. That's all I can tell you about that. And if you don't want to believe that, that's on you. Go be offended. In this day and age, why is it okay to dress up like a woman and you got a penis and play pretend, but you can't wear blackface? Where are my feminists at? I know it's not right to wear blackface, and you shouldn't be dressing up as a woman pretending you're carrying around if you're packing heat. Ridiculous nonsense. Once again, women's lives matter. They really do. It's like, they're spelling women now, W-I-M-M-I-N, to get rid of the man. But the man can't get rid of the penis to be a woman. How bizarre is that? In this week's version of No Doesn't Mean No in the House, my wife wants to get a third dog, so she said, "Hey, Angry Mac, I want to get a third dog." I said, "Nah, I don't really want a third dog. 3's too many." She goes, "Okay, the application's in. We're picking them up on Saturday." So there's one. In the other instance, she comes home, she's talking about this water filtration that she wants. We already have a water filtration on our drinking water. She wants one for the whole house, so you shower in clean water. You water the plants with clean water. Everything is with clean water. I'm down with the clean water. I said, "How much?" She tells me the price. I'm like, "No, man, that's not worth it." She goes, "Okay, they're going to be here next Thursday. You think you can be home by 1? No doesn't mean no. My opinion means 0, probably because I'm not that bright. Now, what I got here? Oh, crazy lawsuit. Lawsuit going on. A woman went in for an MRI, and she had a butt plug in that was supposed to be silicone, but it was metal, and apparently there's some reaction if you were in metal, and it jumped into her stomach or something. So now she's suing the butt plug company. Hey, honey, listen. Maybe don't wear a butt plug at all to your MRI. This sounds like a you problem, not a butt plug problem. Now, here's a month I can get into. Month of May is Military Appreciation Month. Those men are heroes. Any of my friends who served in the military, anybody who served in the military, you're heroes, relatives, whoever you are. You're a hero ready to put your life on the line. Everybody, make sure you tell a hero thank you, because without them, we wouldn't be living in the world we're living in. We need more men to step up. Get there, military, we love you. And again, once again, somebody called me a poet. Thank you, Ken. I would say a madman. Who knows I was going to be the next great Irish poet. We never would have figured that one. But Kenny, I love you. You know it. All my friends, I love them all. I tell them all the time. I try to tell my people I love them because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. You need to live for today. You can't take it for granted. You can't take for granted you're going to see the person that you saw a few hours ago in a few hours. Make sure they know how you feel about them. The 3 most powerful words in the world: I love you. Tell somebody before it's too late. Cheers.